Did Stuart Smith, aka Stu Chains, flip on Jen Shah from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City? Looks like it. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So as you know, we just reported on the documentary that ABC News and Hulu will be putting out just, oh my gosh, the 29th of this month on Jen Shah and her alleged crimes. Well, now Stuart Smith, you know, first in command assistant that we've seen on season 1 and a lot on season 2, shady producers, he is copping a plea. He's changed his plea from not guilty to guilty. But as always, we rely on some of our favorite lawyer friends that love Bravo to give us the information in layman's terms. So shout out to our friends over at the Bravo docket. They put together this really great breakdown of what happened today with Stuart Smith. So this is what they're saying. Stuart Smith has pled guilty to wire fraud, money laundering, and obstruction of an official proceeding in 2018. Stuart admitted he sold marketing to the victims that was, quote, of no value to consumers. Stuart admitted that he received the money illegally and had those proceeds delivered to his bank accounts knowingly. Stuart stated he knew what he was doing was wrong and illegal when he was doing it. Stuart admitted that he conducted the business in cash to avoid knowledge of whom the recipient was. Stuart admitted to perjury in 2008 when subpoenaed by the FTC. Stuart admitted that 10 of the victims were over the age of 55. And again, according to the law, if you are of the age of 55 and older, you're considered elderly. That's not me. Shout out to Emily D. Baker. She's the one who's pointed that out. In the eyes of the law, you're elderly. I think it's important to read the caption that the Bravo docket also posted under this photo. They said, "We had a feeling he was going to switch his plea once he submitted a letter stating he didn't need to participate in the pretrial conference. In normal people's words, this meant he told the judge he didn't need a trial date. Today, in a hearing before the court, Stuart pled guilty and gave a statement admitting to guilt and providing more details as to how the scheme operated. He remains released on bail with the same conditions as before, one of which is no contact with other defendants, Jen Shah, and his sentencing hearing will occur on March 3rd of 2022. He faces a maximum of 70 years. Also, it should be noted, his plea was to conspiracy to commit wire fraud and conspiracy to commit money laundering. We explain what conspiracy is in our Jen Shah episode, and I'll post a link to all of the Bravo docket's information because you know what we do here on the channel? We cite our sources. So shout out to them for breaking that down for us. Look, 70 years. He still faces a maximum of 70 years. What's the likelihood? Because he's copped his plea? I don't think he's going to do that amount of time. He does have a family. You remember on the latest episode of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Lisa was like, oh my God, he has a family and kids and wife. More than likely, we all kind of suspected that Stuart would throw Jen Shah under the bus. Based on what we're hearing, Jen Shah allegedly is the mastermind. But she also knew that the feds were watching her. And as we've continuously said, especially if you watch any good TV, the Southern District of New York is not to be played with. They allegedly, I'm just saying allegedly, just because we're talking about lawyers, 98% conviction rate. Not sure if that's dropped or improved since the last time we checked. It could be 99% now, especially if they win this case. So this is not good news for Jen Shah, especially with Jen Shah's behavior, still filming, still acting a fool on social media. This is not helping her case. I almost can guarantee that Jen Shah is going to face some sort of jail time. As I said to you before, during this latest season of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, they just experienced their season high in ratings. And it's not what you would think, because I've been watching the ratings for Salt Lake City. They've been okay, but remember, this is only their second season. Only their second season. So this is probably really good for their second season. So for the latest episode, the 10th episode for the second season, The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City had 0.823 million viewers in the demo, 0.29 in the demo, 18 to 49 demo. That is a series high. That's a series high. So that's the highest it's ever been, season 1 or season 2. That's pretty good for them. And I have to say, it was a good episode. Was it the best in the franchise? No. Stop it, Andy. But it was, these last couple of episodes of Salt Lake City have been really interesting. But now with this whole Jen Shah stuff playing out and other stories of the ladies saying, we don't know who she is. She's doing this, she's doing that. It doesn't make sense. She's not trustworthy. Trustworthy. I would not turn my back on Jen Shah. Never mind be a friend to her. Heather, watch your back. And then when they replayed what happened in Vegas and Jen Shah slapped Heather, you should have been done with Jen Shah. That woman is scary. And when I say scary, not that I'm afraid of her, scary that I would not want to even be near her, because I don't want the Southern District even looking at me. But as I said to you before, there's a documentary. You know, they did the Housewife and the Hustler documentary. That did not help, especially when it comes to publicity for Erica Jane. This, especially when we're going to hear from victims, see the victims. In this plea that Stuart Smith just submitted today, Stuart Smith admits that there's at least 10 victims that were of the age of 55 years or older. And he's still facing a maximum of 70 years. It will be interesting to see what is going to happen to Jen Shah. I know a lot of people are wondering, why is he facing so many years? And we've heard that she's facing 50 years. It could be because he was low on the totem pole and maybe he had more exposure to what she had him doing, allegedly. Who knows? But now that he's copped his plea, more than likely he's not going to serve anything like that. It's just unfortunate that this man and this woman did this. Now they're going to be away from their families, young kids. I know Stuart has quite a few young kids. Guys, let's continue the conversation. I want to know what you guys have to say in regards to Stuart Smith, Stu Chainz, him copying a plea. We saw this coming. We already saw the signs of this coming, but now it's real. Let's continue the conversation in the comment section. And as always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news, when we go live, or when we upload. Thanks for watching.